Hey und willkommen zurück zu Let's Play Genshin Impact WM 21:9 und wie ihr sehen könnt, befinden wir uns endlich in Fontaine und naja, alles zusammenzufassen, was wir in den letzten 4 Folgen so erlebt haben, ist schwierig, denn wir hatten teilweise 40 Minuten lange Cutscenes gehabt. In der letzten Episode gab es auch wieder so eine 10-15-minütige Cutscene, wo wir nichts machen konnten und all diese Dinge. Deswegen empfehle ich euch von vornherein hier oben rechts beim YouTube-Player auf das E-Symbol zu klicken. Da kommt ihr nämlich auf die Playlist zu Let's Play Genshin Impact und könnt euch auch mal die Folgen ganz in Ruhe anschauen. Es ist aber auch sehr empfehlenswert, dass ihr euch den letzten Probelauf anschaut, denn wir hatten dann unter anderem Lyney und Lynette testen können. Lynette haben wir sogar kostenlos bekommen, was interessant ist auf jeden Fall. Aber Lyney, holy sheesh, ihr müsst mal bedenken, in den Probenläufen, die Charaktere sind immer gelockt auf Level 80. Die Talente sind alle auf Level 8, was durchaus realistisch ist. Sternbild auf 0 und die Artefakten selber sind dann auch so, ja, passend. Nicht immer, aber überwiegend passend. Und was der für einen Schaden rausgehauen hat. Holy sheesh. Also der macht wirklich Shogun Raiden so ein bisschen Konkurrenz, ehrlich gesagt. Ich würde nicht schon so einfach sagen können, dass der stärkste ist, aber wahrscheinlich der zweitstärkste Charakter, den wir jemals testen konnten. Also sehr zu empfehlen, wenn ihr euch das in Ruhe anschaut. Die ganzen anderen Sachen haben wir natürlich noch nicht gemacht. Wir sind da relativ frisch noch in Fontaine, weil das Update kam ja vor 3, 4, 5 Folgen. Zumindest wo ich dieses Video gedreht hatte. In der letzten Episode hatten wir Child, Tagliatelli, der Graf, wie auch immer der genannt wird, getroffen, der ein Problem mit seinem göttliches Auge hat. Den hatten wir dann an sich genommen, als Leihgabe von ihm. Dafür haben wir Child getroffen und all diese Charaktere, die uns ja bekannt sind. Nur ich überlege gerade, wie komme ich denn hoch? Ich weiß, das Ding hat so einen Aufzug, das hatten wir schon mal besucht, ist auf mehrere Ebenen verteilt. Es ist halt nur so ein bisschen, wir sind relativ frisch hier, deswegen müssen wir selbst mal gucken, wo wir hingehen müssen. Wahrscheinlich müssen wir echt ganz unten. Das heißt, die mittleren Ebenen können wir gar nicht betreten. Wartet mal, lass mich mal schauen. Ach, wobei, wir haben ja noch Kevin zu besuchen, aber ja gut. Kevin können wir noch später besuchen. Also, wir gehen jetzt erstmal hier, wir folgen diese Linie. Genau, hier zum Zentrum. Ist das wirklich der einzige Weg hier unten? Ich dachte, man kann vielleicht irgendwo über Treppen auch auf so eine Zwischenebene hochkommen, wo man dann hier hineingelangen kann. Na gut, wir werden es gleich sehen. Ach, hier ist ein Teleporter. Oh, hier unten. Oder ist das oben? Hey, warte, das ist unten angezeigt. Ich muss mich erstmal daran gewöhnen, weil es ein bisschen anders ist. Ne, der ist unten. Das heißt, hier ist ein Höhlensystem. Interessant. Erstmal einmal weiter, genau. Dann ist dahinter ein Aufzug versteckt. Den hatten wir vor 2 Folgen zum ersten Mal gesehen. Diese Charaktere. Schon interessant. Sind das Unterwasserbewohner? Irgendwie sowas? Ah, das heißt, da wird es bestimmt einen Charakter geben. So ein Unterwassercharakter. Geben wir die 4. Etage. So ein Unterwassercharakter, was man bestimmt spielen kann oder so irgendwann mal. Aber so weit sind wir im Augenblick ja noch nicht. Also wie gesagt, zum Zeitpunkt, wo ich dieses Video gedreht habe, wird bestimmt einiges an Zeit vergehen, bis die Episode released wird. Bis dahin wird sich bestimmt viel getan haben. Dann müsste ja rechnerisch ja Version 6.0 draußen sein. Vielleicht auch noch weiter, weil die haben ja Version 3.9 ja auch geskippt. Okay, wir sind eine Etage zu hoch. Nein. So. 3. Nava-Linie. Navia-Linie, sorry. Ach so, hier war. Das hätte ich lesen müssen. Erinias. Ah, okay. Nach einer Weile. Ja, der Aquabus ist da. Ja, lasst mich mal kurz checken. Okay, wir sehen auf den ersten Blick jetzt nicht, wo wir hinkommen würden. Man sah nämlich hier ist ja diese Strecke, die hier durchläuft. Ach, hier werden wir kommen. Also diese Linie. Ah, okay. Was ist das hier? Bezirk des Hofs von Fontaine, Gebiet nach Mara. Gut, wir haben noch eher einiges zu tun. Gut, hier einsteigen. Elfane, okay. Also fährt nicht automatisch. Hallo. Wann fahren wir sofort? Okay.
Welcome to the Navia line. I am Elfan. The boat will be departing imminently. Please do not stick your head, hands, or other body parts outside the boat. The Aquabus operator is not responsible for any accidents or injuries resulting from doing so.
Okay.
Also, please remember to buy the Steambird, though I don't read it myself.
Da ist ein Schrein. Den werde ich nicht
The
markieren.
destination of the current tour is Lynettes. Points of interest worth visiting include the Fountain of Lucine and the Opera Epiclese. If you look to the left in the direction we are currently traveling, you will see the famous Fontaine Research Institute up in the sky. An experiment gone wrong turned new sightseeing opportunity. Human ingenuity truly is a wondrous thing.
Ich bin mal gespannt. Sieht interessant aus auf jeden Fall. Und da hinten kamen wir ja. Holy shit. Ah, hier ist so ein fetter Berg wieder, was man besteigen kann. Sehr gut. Das heißt, wir werden bestimmt einiges erkunden können.
We are now approaching our final destination. Please be sure to bring all your personal belongings with you as you disembark. Even though I will take any forgotten items to the lost and found, the paperwork is rather annoying, as Melusine hands are not suitable for grasping pens. Please be careful when disembarking. It has been my honor to be your tour guide this trip. Thank you.
Wenigstens ehrlich, muss man sagen. Also das ist ja heutzutage auch nicht selbstverständlich. Aber heißt es, der Parkstier? Ah, okay. Willkommen in Fontaine. Was? Achso, Moment mal. Achso, das ist dieser Marker, den wir eben gesehen hatten. Achso, wartet mal, ist das denn ein Mini-Event? Naturenzyklopädien, Spuren, so ein Reich des Wassers. Nein. Na gut. Ja, ich will es halt unbedingt ungern jetzt machen. Ich will lieber den Arkenauftrag finishen, weil sonst kann man vielleicht nicht alles erkunden oder alle Sachen machen. Geht zum Brunnenplatz vor dem Opernhaus. Ich hätte gedacht, der Opernhaus wäre hier im Zentrum der Stadt. Gut, jetzt müssen wir natürlich all die einheimischen Sachen sammeln. Ja, da war ich ein bisschen zu kurz. Aber wir sollten, wie gesagt, in die Richtung gehen. Blasenmandarine. In der Nähe scheint es Makotten zu sammeln zu gehen. Teleporter, perfekt. Hier ist eine Aquaculus. Boah, jetzt sich die ganzen Namen merken, ist halt wieder ein bisschen Arbeit, aber... wieso ist das... Ah, Moment, ist das wie in Inazuma, dass man jetzt da durch... Ja, genau. Meins. Das war knapp. Ich war mir gerade nicht sicher. Fliegen wir jetzt wieder zurück? Aber es sieht schon krass aus, ganz ehrlich. Da wollen wir auch hin. Ich würde aber gerne diesen Weg entlang laufen. Vielleicht treffen wir auf jemanden oder noch weitere Materialien, Pflanzen, Beeren, was auch immer. Und tatsächlich gibt es hier etwas. Ach, da drin ist noch was versteckt. Sehr offensichtlich. Weil wir müssen genau wie in Sumuro sehr viel sammeln. Das hatten wir auch gesehen, als wir die Statue der 7 besucht hatten. Das sind wieder 20 Stück für Stufe 1 auf 2. Sumuro war es ja genauso. Das heißt, das wird mindestens genauso viele brauchen. Wobei die Umgebung ist noch nicht so groß. Das mit den Truhen ignoriere ich. Ich hatte ja zwar gesagt, wir wollen die Truhen ein bisschen offensiver, ein bisschen progressiver sozusagen sammeln. Aber wie gesagt, erstmal den Arkenauftrag machen, weil sonst haben wir vielleicht nicht überall die Zugänge. Ich weiß auch nicht, ob wir schwimmen oder tauchen können bis jetzt. Die würde ich auch erstmal ignorieren, aber ich finde es interessant, dass es hier auch Hill Church gibt. Ach, hier ist wieder so ein... Was ist das? Ein Relais? Sieht stark aus, so aus wie so ein Relais, was wir in Inazuma kennen. Aber gut, das werden wir in den zukünftigen Episoden auf jeden Fall sehen. Also, ich habe ja auch nicht so vor, so schnell wie möglich hier mein Let's Play zu finishen, sondern wirklich alles zu entdecken zu wollen. Wir haben noch einiges noch vor uns. Auch missionstechnisch und alles. Durch das Tor. Hier ist noch ein Teleport. Ein Aussichtspunkt. Perfekt. Ja, gar nicht mal so schlecht. Ziemlich flach die Kamera. Ziemlich flach auf den Boden gelegt, aber... Ja, kann man so machen. Okay. Einmal hier hin.
Whoa! Now this is fancy! The Opera Epiclese! What a place to hold a performance! No wonder Lyney and Lynette were looking forward to it. Huh. Looks like there's a lot of people standing around the fountain up ahead.
Oh, Archon, please bless us with a bright and healthy child. We pray.
I don't know why you always feel the need to ask so much. I'll be happy as long as our child is healthy and lives a peaceful life.
I guess if they're our kid, then there's no doubt they'll turn out smart.
Maybe this is one of the customs in Fontaine. There sure are a lot of couples here.
Vache.
Ah, was war das für eine Stimme? Doch nicht die eine Hexe, oder?
What's wrong?
Vache. Vache.
Hast du gerade etwas gesagt, Paimon?
No, Paimon didn't say anything. Are you hearing things?
Merkwürdig. Welche Stimme habe ich gerade gehört?
Welcome to the Fountain of Lucine. All the water flowing through Fontaine converges here. It's customary for newlyweds to come here and wish for children.
Ah! Lynette! You scared Paimon! When did you get here?
Lyney asked me to wait here for you, remember?
Right.
Davon abgesehen, Lynette, ich glaube, ich habe jemandes Stimme gehört.
What do you mean? There are a lot of people here right now.
Eine Stimme, die aus dem Quellwasser zu kommen schien.
Hey, you're not trying to scare Paimon, are you? Besides, it's the middle of the day. It's not the time for eerie things.
I see. I might be able to tell you something that could help explain the voice you heard. In fact, you might not be imagining things at all. I suspect that what you heard is a result of your hypersensitivity to the hydro element. Others in my family have had similar experiences.
It's because of her sensitivity to the hydro element? But what would hearing a voice have to do with elemental power?
When do you cry, Paimon?
Wait, what? What does that have to do with anything?
Just answer me. When do you cry?
When Paimon's really sad? Oh, and when Paimon's super happy. Oh, and also when Paimon's really, really scared.
Then you should understand that tears contain your most intense emotions. Like I just mentioned, the Fountain of Lucine is where all the flowing water in Fontaine converges. Even the tears that fall to the ground will eventually gather here. So maybe what you heard was the intense emotion coming from someone's tears.
Das ist eine interessante Auslegung. Ich weiß nicht, ob ich ihr das abnehme. Ja, was ich mit der Hexe meinte, ihr müsst auf jeden Fall mal schauen, den Arkenfinale von Nahida in Sumeru, das müsste Folge 670 gewesen sein. Da gab es einen Moment, wo wir dann warten sollten, am nächsten Tag ausschlafen, in Sumeru, sind aufgewacht und haben eine Stimme gehört, die uns komplett unbekannt war, so ähnlich wie diese hier. Und wir haben 250 Folgen später erfahren, an der Episode Hexenzirkel, so habe ich sie auch betitelt, im Rahmen eines Events, dass eine der 4 Hexen zu uns gesprochen hatte. Und das heißt, wir kennen jetzt insgesamt 2 der 4 Hexen. Eine Hexe ist natürlich die Stimme, die mit uns gesprochen hat, aber wir sie noch nicht gesehen hatten oder interagieren konnten. Vielleicht ist es ja das hier. Und die zweite Hexe ist natürlich Klees Mutter. Also, wer weiß. Vielleicht ist es auch die 3. Hexe oder so. Also, es ist ein bisschen vage, die Theorie.
So, what did the voice say?
Sie schien den Namen von jemandem zu rufen.
If you were hearing their emotions, then Paimon wonders what happened to them.
Rather than worrying about them, we should worry about my brother first. Don't let that calm look of his fool you. He tends to get pretty nervous just before a performance. So chatting with Lyney might help him relax a little before he goes on stage.
Oh, right. That makes sense. Let's go in and see Lyney.
Okay, betritt die Opera Epiclese oder wie auch immer. Ich habe keinen französischen Unterricht gehabt. Okay, deswegen sorry für die Aussprache, aber warum ist nichts? Ich dachte, vielleicht wäre noch an der Term etwas, was man von hinten hätte sehen können, aber naja.
Traveler and Paimon. Good to see you. I knew you two would come.
Are you kidding? We wouldn't miss it for the world. We've been looking forward to it.
I can tell, judging by how early you've arrived. But you're actually right on time. The audience still hasn't started entering the venue yet, which means now is the perfect chance for us to take you to the best seats in the house. Wait just a moment, I'll fetch the tickets. The Opera House has assigned seating, so you always have to make reservations. I've already reserved your seats, and here are your tickets.
Ooh, front row seats. Thanks, Lyney.
Don't mention it. There's no need to keep thanking me.
Hey, Lyney, could you come over here and take a look at this?
Oh, I'll be right there. Seems there's an issue with the stage props over there. That's Cal, my assistant, calling me. I'll go lend him a hand.
Klaro, also ab an die Arbeit.
Yeah, we'll just go to our seats. You go ahead, Lyney.
So, wohin muss ich? Okay, ich habe einen Spot. Ich bin gespannt, ob da irgendwas passiert. So ähnlich wie in Inazuma mit Shogun Raiden. Und, ach, wie hieß der nochmal? Thoma, oder? Ja, doch, Thoma war das. War es auch schon ewig her. Folge 230 so um den Dreh. Sieht schon krass aus, aber irgendwie gerade noch ziemlich leer. Sonst irgendetwas? Nö, wahrscheinlich nicht, ne?
Oh, these should be our seats. Come on, let's sit down. Hey, Traveler. Maybe we should strike up a conversation with the person next to us. Since we're sitting together and the rest of the place is practically empty still. It's kinda awkward if we don't say anything.
Die Ehre ist ganz deinerseits, Paimon.
You little... Of course you put this on Paimon.
Excuse me, I did not realize you felt awkward. I am terribly sorry. I would be perfectly happy to chat with you if that is what you would like.
Oh, so you heard all of that, did ya? Boy, you sure have good ears. Paimon thought she was keeping her voice down. Wait, that's not it. Paimon's sorry. Paimon's the one who was being rude, talking under her breath like that. So let's talk, but, what should we talk about?
Jetzt wird es noch unangenehmer für Paimon und für uns.
Oh, Paimon's got it. You're also here early and sitting in the front. Are you a friend of Lyney's too?
A friend, you say? Well, if Mr. Lyney would like to be my friend, I would be more than happy to reciprocate.
Oh, so you're not friends with Lyney then? Oh, this is getting more awkward by the second. Paimon nearly forgot to make her introduction. Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We just arrived in Vaudain.
It is an honor to meet you two. I have heard of your deeds across Teyvat. And as required by proper etiquette, I will also introduce myself. I am...
Oh, Monsieur Nervillet. What an honor it is to have you here to see my show.
Ah, Mr. Lyney. I should say it is in fact an honor for me to see your performance in person.
Wait, Nervillet? Could he be...
I saw you all chatting just now, but it seems you still don't know who Monsieur Nervillet is. Allow me to introduce you to Fontaine's Chief Justice. That seat is always reserved for him. It wouldn't be too much to say that he's the symbol of justice and honesty here in Fontaine.
Whoa! Sorry for being so rude just now. Paimon had no idea you were such an important person.
No offense taken. Being Chief Justice is merely what I do for work. Nearly every person has their usual reserved seat, so I'm not so special, really. And by the way, I should probably let you know, even though I would prefer not to. There's someone sitting up there in the VIP seats that has been striking a pose for quite a while now. I believe she is trying to give you a most elegant and impressive first impression. So I think you should take notice of her sooner rather than later. Otherwise, she may become flustered.
Huh? Oh, it's Farina, the Hydro-Archon. Huh. She sure has a smug and satisfied look on her face. Guess she has no idea that you saw right through her act.
Very good. That is for the best. No need to pay her any more attention. We may now enjoy the show.
Huh? So is this what things are like between the Chief Justice and the Hydro-Archon?
All right, please wait just a moment longer. I've pretty much finished my preparations, and the performance will start as soon as the audience has made their way to their seats.
Yay! The show's finally about to start! Boy, I can hardly wait! Paimon's never seen a real live magic show before! Ooh! They're dimming the lights! The show must be starting! Sorry. Paimon will try to stay quiet.
Welcome, one and all, to the Opera Epiclese. I am the star of today's show, Lyney. And over here is my sister, Lynette, who will be working as my wonderful assistant. Please, let's give her a warm welcome.
Hello, everyone.
I know she may seem to be a little sleepy right now, but that's just a sign that she's nervous.
Whatever.
Now, some of you may be thinking, two vision holders who can freely manipulate elemental powers performing magic is not true magic at all. So, I would like to take a moment to assure you that elemental powers will have nothing to do with what you will witness on the stage today. Both Lynette and myself have removed our visions for the show. That way, even the gods won't be able to help us.
Oh, good point. That's what makes the show real magic.
Now, without further ado, let the show begin. Lynette will now exit the stage to make some preparations. I know you might miss her, but don't worry. She'll be coming right back on stage momentarily. Perhaps in an unexpected way. I'm sure she'll be stealing the spotlight soon enough. Oh, and before I forget, there's one more thing I should say. You never know what can happen in the blink of an eye. A magician's greatest skill is making things disappear or appear. The possibilities are endless. But this isn't what you came for. These little tricks, you've seen them all before. So it's time for something truly extraordinary, don't you think? This one's a little tricky. Using this water tank, I shall make my sister vanish completely, right before your very eyes. It's actually quite simple. She'll just turn into air bubbles and float right out of the top. I told them to check all the props carefully. With the lid on, even air can't escape. An amateur magician would be getting very nervous right around now. Luckily, it's me on stage, so let me show you what a true virtuoso can do. Lynette, are you still there? Don't go too far. We don't want to use up all our magic.
Hi, I'm back.
Uh-huh.
Whoa! What in the world just happened? How did he do that? Hyman didn't see him do anything. Wasn't Lynette inside the water tank? How did she disappear and then reappear out of nowhere?
Sehr beeindruckend. Kein Wunder, dass Lyney ein so berühmter Zauberer ist.
If we could see easily through his tricks, then that would mean that his skills are still lacking. To appreciate magic, you should focus on the show happening on stage, rather than getting caught up in trying to see that which has been intentionally hidden.
Guess you're right. Hyman couldn't believe her eyes when Lynette reappeared. Amazing!
Thank you everyone. I'm glad you enjoyed that performance. But our magical journey has only just begun. I've prepared even more astonishing surprises for everyone here. The magic of transformation and disappearance can go far beyond what you've just seen. I'm sure many of you are thinking that escaping the water tank was impressive enough, but Lynette is still my assistant after all. In which case, I have ample time to make all necessary preparations. So, for my next trick, I will require the participation of one lucky audience member. Please, if my assistants could bring out the magical boxes now. There are 2 boxes and only 2 boxes. One is here and one is there in the aisle among the audience. I'm sure many of our clever audience members have already guessed our next magic trick. A swap! Our lucky audience member and I will each enter a magic box. After 1 minute, we will each emerge from the opposite box. Now please, everyone pay very close attention to the box you see here. Don't give me any chance to make a move.
Wow! How's he gonna do this? Hey, do you think this is all magic tricks, or does Lyney have actual superpowers?
Ich werde es schon sehen. Ich bin mir sicher, dass ich sein Geheimnis lüften kann.
The lucky audience member will be generated by this random number selector. It selects numbers entirely at random. Even I don't know who will be chosen to participate. Now then, let's begin. Let me see. Oh, row 7, seat 3. Congratulations! You now have the chance to experience magic firsthand for an entire minute. Please, come forward. My assistant will take you beside the magic box. I'm sorry, it might be a little cramped inside, but no need to feel nervous. We've carefully arranged everything for you to be as comfortable as possible. You don't need to do anything, but no matter what strange things may happen, don't come out of the box. If the magic is interrupted, who knows where you might end up? You might even find yourself in the Fortress of Meropide.
Oh, okay.
All right. Before I enter the magic box, there is one more thing I need to ask the audience to do. Could you all give me a countdown? Like this. 60, 59, 58. Just keep counting down. You can go a little faster or slower if you like. I won't be able to see anything in the pitch black box, so I'll be relying on your voices to know when time is up. Oh, and no tricks now. If you quickly count from 60 in just 30 seconds, then I'll be in a tough spot.
Ooh, Paimon kinda wants to count faster after hearing him say that.
Also eine kleine Anmerkung. Ist das nicht die Diebin, die wir vor 2, 3 Folgen gejagt hatten und sie verloren hatten? Ich bin mir nicht gerade hundertprozentig sicher. Ich meine, das war die Frisur und es war eine helle Haarfarbfrisur nur. Haha. Das heißt, dann sind diese Kartentricks hier auch hier ein bisschen gespielt gewesen mit dem Zufallsgenerator, oder? Naja, jedenfalls, Lynette hat sich bestimmt darauf vorbereitet. Ja, da bin ich mir ziemlich sicher. Bei so vielen Menschen, die gleichzeitig zählen, ist es ziemlich schwer, schneller zu zählen.
No, that won't do. I can see it in your eyes. You still can't be trusted. Let's practice together. Come on, repeat after me. 60, 59, 58.
60, 59, 58.
That's right, perfect. Keep it going. All right, I'll see you all on the other side once you've finished counting.
54, 53, 52? Huh? Why aren't you counting, Nervalette?
I am counting in my head. I think things are exciting enough in here as it is. Merely a consequence of my identity and personality. Do not worry about me. Just enjoy the show.
Oh, all right. You look so serious that Paimon thought you might be feeling uncomfortable or something. 40, 39, 38!
Mr. Lyney, are you all right in there? Is everything ready?
Yes, I'm fine. I'm just double-checking the direction of the magic. It would be a disaster if we get sent to the wrong places. For example, mid-air right above the audience.
Even though he's saying that, Lyney doesn't seem nervous at all.
Ja, vermutlich ist das ein Teil seiner Show, so wie eben.
What was that noise? Did you hear it too?
Das kam doch von der Bühne, oder?
Not sure. Anyway, it doesn't seem like anyone's worried about it. 25! 24! 23!
What's wrong, Mr. Lyney? I can still hear you moving in there.
I seem to have accidentally knocked over a decoration. I'm trying to fix it, but it's pitch black in here. I can't tell left from right.
Never mind the decorations. There's no time for that. The show is what's important.
No, that's unacceptable. I want my show to be perfect. Don't worry, we still have 20 seconds. Hear them counting?
19! 18! 17!
It seems things aren't quite going as planned. I apologize, everyone. It feels like you're all starting to count faster, but that's all right. I know it can be tiring to do such a long countdown. 10 seconds and change is still plenty of time.
10!
Almost there now.
8!
Swapping two people is harder work than you might think. Even a master magician like me can't guarantee I'll get it right the first time. Hey, wait! Is this the back one? I can't tell. They both look the same inside. Huh? No, that's not it. I'll try again.
7!
Hey, slow down! Honestly!
5! 4! 3!
Whoops! That doesn't count!
0!
Ta-da!
What happened? Is this part of the show? Mr. Lyney, you're going to use magic to fix the stage now, right?
What happened?
Oh no. Maybe this isn't part of the show. The girl was still in that box, right?
This performance is over. Medical staff with me. Guards, secure the scene and detain all the performers. Seal the exits. No one is allowed in or out at this time.
Yes, that's right. If this was just an accident, then we must investigate the cause. But if this was all part of some scheme, then those accountable will not escape the judgment of the God of justice.
No need to be alarmed, you two. We'll get to the bottom of this soon enough. Unfortunately, the person who is in the magic box has been pronounced dead. His name was Cowell, one of the assistants in Lyney's magic troupe. Apparently, the fireworks on stage ignited the ropes that were suspending the water tank, which then caused the tank to fall onto the stage. As of now, we are still not sure why we found Cowell in the box, rather than the guest from the audience. And after an initial search of the area, the guards have confirmed that the girl is nowhere to be found. It appears that this incident was not merely some mishap with the performance. And there are many indications that it is connected with the case of the serial disappearances of young women.
The serial disappearances case?
That's the case that Charlotte mentioned before.
Und das vor so vielen Zuschauern.
I know the truth. I can see through the whole thing. Really, using such a shallow and obvious mystery as his finale. Did he really underestimate us that badly? I say that our powerful magician, Mr. Lyney, is now the prime suspect for the serial disappearances case.
Huh? Why me? This whole thing was an accident.
No, this all occurred during your magic show, did it not? The missing girl disappeared after being chosen, did she not? The deceased is one of your assistants, is he not? Now that I think about it, that whole speech about magicians making things disappear was nothing more than a provocation, a bald-faced challenge.
That can't be right. How can Lyney do this? He was in the box on the stage the entire time. We can even hear his voice. Besides, before the show, he told us that he would like to catch the criminal behind the disappearances. He couldn't possibly mean catching himself.
Naja, alles geschah zu einem recht merkwürdigen Zeitpunkt.
Save discussion for a later time, please. Lady Farina, may I assume that your comments just now constitute an accusation against Mr. Lyney and his associates, and that you are pressing charges?
Huh? I just think that I think it might be a little early to talk about formally pressing charges.
But what Lady Farina said just now makes perfect sense. Looks like she's gonna personally deliver justice.
A kidnapping and murder carried out under the cover of a magic show. Lady Farina said it all.
I mean, of course, my dear people. But what excites me even more than the obvious truth before our eyes is the opponent I'll be facing. That's right. I mean you, Traveler. You'll support Lyney, won't you? After all, he was the one who helped you the first time we met.
Ich glaube an seine Unschuld.
Then there's no problem at all. You know, the Traveler and I already had a duel the first time we met. But with Lyney's help, our little duel ended in a draw. But draws really are the most boring possible outcome. So, no more draws. Between the two of us, there must be a clear winner and loser. And what better place to hold such a riveting showdown and decide the true victor than here, on the grandest of stages, the Opera Epiclese.
Huh? It wasn't a draw. She obviously lost last time.
I understand. Charges have now been pressed, and as such, A trial is in order. Well, traveler, seems Lady Farina has set you in her sights. But putting her dramatic rhetoric aside for a moment, I would like to ask you, are you willing to act as Mr. Lyney's attorney and defend him in this case?
Yep.
Very well. The trial will be held a day from now in the Opera House. Both sides may investigate the scene to build their cases and search for the truth. Lyney and his troupe are all potential suspects and shall remain within the Opera House. The audience may begin to leave in an orderly fashion once they have been cleared by the guards.
A day isn't that long. Let's see what kind of case this big shot outlander can build in such a short amount of time. I'm really quite looking forward to hearing it.
Lyney!
Sorry about everything that happened just now. Were you frightened?
Of course! Who wouldn't be scared after witnessing an accident like that?
Yeah, I'm a little shaken up myself. How could this happen? And poor Cal. I know you already claimed that you would defend me, but now it's just us talking. Tell me, do you think I could possibly be the murderer?
Nein, sonst wäre die andere doch nicht weg.
Good to hear. Thank you so much for trusting me. I'm sure everyone sees me as the biggest suspect at this point. But if you ask me, the whole thing is mysteries layered upon mysteries, such that all that's left is confusion. I don't know whether what happened there on the stage was purely an accident or not, and I don't know why poor Cal was in the box. As for how that girl chosen from the audience could suddenly disappear, I'm afraid I don't have any answers either. If someone tampered with my performance, then we need to figure out what they did. Even a skilled and knowledgeable magician like myself couldn't pull all that off in just 1 minute.
Ja, das ist sehr merkwürdig, aber genau das ist passiert.
Which is precisely why we need to investigate. As this book says, the impossible could not have happened. Whatever happened must have been that which is possible.
Woher kommt die Brille jetzt mal ohne Scherz? Das war definitiv unerwartet.
Paimon bought them when we were reading at the bookshop in the city earlier. Pretty cool, huh? Don't worry, Paimon used her own savings to buy them. It wasn't from our travel funds.
I think they look cute on you, Paimon.
You have good taste, Lynette.
That's the right attitude. Feeling depressed isn't going to help me now. I need to get back to my normal self. But with the guards watching our every move, it's going to be especially difficult for Lynette and I to prove our own innocence. Good thing you agreed to be our attorneys. Thanks for that. We'll be counting on you.
Yes, thank you so much.
Ich werde euch nicht enttäuschen.
Yeah, just leave it to us. Oh, since we're going to start investigating, Paimon has a question first. Where did Lynette go during the performance?
Ah, well, I'm afraid that would involve some of our essential trade secrets as magicians.
The secrets behind our magic are past saving, Lyney.
I suppose you're right. The truth behind our tricks is going to be important evidence that will be weighted during the trial. 'Tis truly a pity. As a magician, our magic show is a work of art. We've poured countless hours and spared no effort in perfecting it. But if revealing our secrets will help you uncover the truth behind what happened, then it will be well worth it. We should go somewhere else if we're going to discuss our magic tricks. We'll go speak with the guards, and in the meantime, you can go investigate the stage and the seating areas.
Alright, let's go have a look while the investigation teams are still here. Detective Paimon is on the case! Hello, officer. How's the investigation going?
Wir sind die Repräsentantinnen von Lyney und Lynette.
Ah, I see. You must be the traveler that Lady Farina mentioned. Listen, I'll be perfectly honest with you. I'd avoid getting mixed up in this whirlpool of a mess if I were you.
Huh? What do you mean?
Come with me and you'll see. The deceased is one of Lyney's assistants named Cowell. Even though he hadn't joined the troupe long, he was hardworking and everyone generally liked him. The assistants are usually in charge of setting up and inspecting the props, as well as assisting with the show and keeping the crowd engaged. As you probably saw when you were in the audience, the water tank suddenly fell and smashed the box with Cowell inside it.
Warum war Cowell in einem Schrank? Hätte nicht dieses Mädchen in den Schrank sein sollen?
This is the real mystery. We've already searched the scene and were unable to find any traces of the girl. However, if you look carefully, the box was positioned directly under the water tank. The ropes holding the tank were then burned by the pyrotechnics on stage, causing them to snap. All these factors lining up so perfectly makes it hard to see this as a mere accident. If anything, the more logical explanation is that the whole incident was intentionally planned, and Lyney is the most likely person to have access to all these areas.
But he doesn't have a motive.
Are you both good friends of his?
Well, you can't say we're good friends, but we've known each other for a little while.
So in just a short time, he was not only able to win your trust, but even convince you to act as his attorneys. I know there's no such thing as magic. The real trick of a magician is holding the audience in the palm of their hand. I've seen a lot of cases, and I can tell you that people are the least reliable kind of evidence.
Das ist nicht immer der Fall. Die Aussage eines Menschen könnte auch der zuverlässigste Beweis sein. Ja, weiß ich nicht.
Sorry, I tend to be pretty straightforward. Just know that I'm warning you for your own good. Anyway, you may investigate the scene of the crime yourselves if you're curious. Who knows, maybe you'll be able to come up with some new evidence.
Über die Fallakten lassen sich der aktuelle Stand der Beweis- und Hinweissammlung überprüfen und Informationen über den Fall zusammenstellen. Okay, mal was Neues. In der Fallakte kannst du noch nicht aufgedeckte Beweise und Hinweise prüfen und ihnen dann in den entsprechenden Gebieten nachgehen. Aha, also gibt es jetzt sowas wie ein Detektiv Paiman und Episoden? Mit der Fertigkeit Spürsinn kannst du innerhalb eines bestimmten Bereichs um dich herum Beweise und Hinweise entdecken, die du untersuchen kannst, um den Gesamtfortschritt voranzutreiben. So, Ermittlungsbericht. Den Ermittlungen der Polizei zufolge entzündet die vor Ende der Zaubershow gezündete Feuerwerkskörper das Seil, an dem der Wassertank befestigt war, wodurch dieser herunterfiel und Cowells Tod verursachte. Lynette schien die Requisiten am ehesten als Mordwaffe einsetzen zu können. Aber warum war Cowell der Verstorbene? Und warum ist das aus der Publikum ausgewählte Mädchen verschwunden? Diese Frage bleibt ungeklärt. Informationen über die Identität des Verstorbenen. Der verstorbene Cowell war einer der Assistenten in Lynettes Zaubertruppe. Zu Lebzeiten genoss er das Vertrauen der anderen Truppenmitglieder. Seine Arbeit bestand darin, die Requisiten aufzustellen und zu kontrollieren und auf der Bühne dafür zu sorgen, dass Atmosphäre und Aufführung zusammenpasst. Interessant. Okay, gut. Ich würde aber jetzt eiskalt sagen, weil das war jetzt auch wieder über 40 Minuten Cutscene, wenn man so möchte, dass wir jetzt hier einen Cut machen. Wie es dann weitergeht, werdet ihr dementsprechend in den nächsten Episoden sehen. Deswegen empfehle ich euch ein Abo dazulassen, denn so könnt ihr nichts mehr verpassen und gleichzeitig supportet ihr mich ziemlich nice hier auf YouTube. Folgt mir auf meinen Social Media Kanälen, die ich ebenfalls verlinkt habe, denn dort poste ich Sachen auch von anderen Spielen. Ansonsten Like, Dislike, kommentiert meine Videos, Fragen, Anmerkungen, was auch immer. Ich versuche es in der Regel zu beantworten und würde mal sagen, bis zum nächsten Mal. Ciao, ciao.